Hey guys, just doing another video. Well, I told the landlord I was leaving next month. And I called my ex-husband to ask him if he has internet there, because I have internet and I'm able to transfer my internet if they needed internet. And he just continued to go on saying that I need to work hard, and it's just constant bereavement and harassment for no reason. And I'm just like, wait a minute, what are we talking about here? I was talking about if they needed internet service, and it went into a tirade of now I have to pay him back in his tax return because he didn't receive the money and I did last year. That I don't deserve the money even though I worked for it. I had my children with me, and this is before he took them, and I have to go to the IRS now and tell them the truth. He's implying that if I don't do it, there's going to be repercussions, and that I stole his money, that he claimed the children, and I claimed the children, and we can't both claim, which is correct, and that I'm at fault because he's always been getting the tax return. So what makes me think that I could change things? And I'm like, because I worked, and when I work, I claim taxes. And when I claim taxes, the situation I'm in, I report the situation I'm in at the time. And for the most part, when we were together, imagine all the money he pocketed. He would claim the taxes because I never had to work, or I was being prevented from working, very subtly, and I didn't pick up on it really. But and the only times that I did work is when he made me go to work because he was low on money, and then he wasn't happy with the jobs that I had, and I had to, I ended up quitting because of him. And I'm sorry, I just don't understand how these people are allowed to just run societies and whatever. There's a lot of people like this that are narcissists or psychopaths, sociopaths, them type of people, very materialistic and evil, because they will stop at nothing and they'll run over anybody they have to get what they want, because what they want is so incredible. Oh no, I didn't know that this was like this. What they want is of the utmost importance, and so they will do whatever it takes to get what they want, and this person just gets away with it. But the cops, they arrest you, or they arrest them once an incident happens, and then they let you go, and then that's it. They find a way to get around the police and not get caught again. And then that's what they do. And then they'll twist the story around and make it like, you know, something was done to them and it was not real, like they didn't deserve to be in jail and all that. And it just keeps going that way until they are gone and dead or arrested in prison, you know, because there's always a villain in their stories, and they're not genders, but in their so, and he said, I'm gonna get the lawyer after you. And I'm like, what are you gonna get? I don't have any money. And then he's trying to say, I need to make more money, I can give you a job. Why? So he can take the money from me? That's exactly what he's saying. He wants me to work for him, and that would be slave labor and free labor. And also he benefits. Every single situation has to benefit these type of people, no matter what it is. Who cares if there's a person involved? Like, they don't see the people. They just see tools and objects. And it's so prevalent in our society that it's gotten to a point where we got a big problem here. I mean, you let them breed, it's kind of like roaches, you know, they scatter into, they multiply, and it's just like, okay, we got a huge problem because these motherfuckers are hybrid humans. Like, they are devoid of empathy, devoid of a conscience, and it's just we exist to make their lives easier, to help them gain control, money, resources, you know. And this is not a joke, and this is a real thing. These are real people that we're walking amongst, and maybe somebody that you are, you know, have the misfortune of having to deal with, you know, somebody in your family or at work, your friends, any of these people, you know, any of these people could be that, could be these monsters that are amongst us. And it's just like, you know, then he's just like, well, that money, you know, the child support money, that's not enough money. You better make more money. And I'm like, yeah. And then he's just like, well, your kids, they deserve more money than what you're giving. You're not giving enough money to these kids, and you're a deadbeat mother, and anything that he is, he'll just project onto me as what I am. I'm an opportunist. I'm a con artist. I always want money from him. It's a very delusional existence. And these people are so angry. Like, they're so miserable and angry. They're like, well, your miserable life, you're living this way because of what you've done to me. And I'm like, well, what miserable life? I don't have a miserable life. And they're the ones carrying on with the abuse, calling other people miserable, when they're clearly the ones that are, you know, unhappy and unsatisfied with anything ever. Anything. I mean, like, you had a girlfriend there with her own house and, you know, a Range Rover or whatever she drove, and all that was not good enough. Like, who knows if he crashed her Range Rover or something. That's how sick, twisted, and spoiled these people really are. Like, you know, but they were raised, it's from the parents, it's from the household, it's from their genetics, you know, all that plays a role. And where he was brought up, he had money, and his father now lives in a different country and built his own home or something, I don't know, in a different country. And it's just like, oh, I gotta live up to my daddy's standards. I have to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, the father encourages all this materialism and disrespect towards women, and machismo kind of attitude, which is from a Hispanic culture. And it's true. It's not just something cute and like, oh, that's cute. Yeah. It's real. It has real consequences to live that kind of lifestyle and be that person that thinks that way, that thinks that women are here to serve. They're not going to tell you like, oh, I expect women to serve me and meet my needs. And, anytime I'm upset, you have to comfort me. Every time I'm low on money, you gotta compensate. And, but I don't want you working. I don't want you bettering yourself. I don't want you to go to school. I don't want you going out with your friends. It's like a prison. And then they blame you and say, why didn't you go to school? Why didn't you go to work? Why didn't you go to make money at a full-time job? It's like, this makes people mentally ill and sick in their heads. And then it goes on to the next generation with the illnesses that these people cause and carry in genetics. And it's like, that's why we got a whole nation of these type of people. And if our society runs on a narcissistic agenda, we're going to have a multitude of these people. And that's it. We have to bow down to them and serve. And that's our role because of our ability as a human. Our humanistic traits are being used against us by these psychopaths. So we're in a bad shape. We're in bad shape as a whole. And I don't know, a lot of people escape it. A lot of people don't know this stuff goes on because they are from a normal upbringing or a loving family, so they don't encounter much of it, because when you are involved with certain people, negative things attract to you. It's just, it never stops, like it never ends. Like you'll attract more toxic people, and it's just like you're maneuvering a maze. Your whole life is this maze where you gotta dodge and dive and make sure no one kills you and nobody harms you. And that's what it's like for victims of psychopaths and narcissists. It's like a jungle world that we're in. The outside world is living a different reality, and then and then there's this then there's this other reality. It's like two realities. The one reality is with people with humanistic traits and humanity, living life and attracting good and positivity to their lives and their loved ones. And then we have the other side that's dark, and everything dark attracts to you, negative things, negative luck, bad luck. This is not a fairy tale or a myth or a conspiracy. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is real. And that's why we have horrific things happening in this world, not just this country, United States, but in other countries. And it's getting really bad to the point where there's no return. And because of these people, with the climate not respecting nature and the climate control and all that, look what happened in Texas. Freak snowstorms happening there, and they're not able to cope with it, and a lot of people died. There's a lot of people suffering right now, and it's not a joke. It's not a joke. So I'm making these videos as a warning, because I'm already too deep in it, and I was born into it. So, my whole life I've been trying to get on a good path, just the normal path that the normal people are on, and to progress from there. But I can never get on the normal path to even try working towards anything for myself. So that's positive and progressive and beneficial to me and others. I can't get on that side. It's hard for me to get over there, and then once I'm there, I wouldn't know what to expect. But I know I'm not on that side. I'm on the bad side of town. I'm on the wrong side of the tracks, I guess. But I'm having a lot of health problems. My weight has been bad. I gained so much weight. I was never overweight like this. And yesterday I forgot what I was doing, but when I got home, I had to run to the bathroom because, I took my pants off first because I saw that I was bleeding profusely. I have my period. Sorry, TMI, but I have my period, so I was like, okay, I have my period. It's a little heavy. No, it just kept going and going down my legs and dripping all over the place, and just for like 10 minutes or 5 minutes, and I couldn't get the blood to stop. It looked like I kind of panicked because I thought I was gonna bleed to death, even though that doesn't make sense because I bleed, we bleed every month, and it is heavy a lot of the time, so that's understandable. But it was just to the point where it was not letting up, and I know it's because of the stress and the things happening to me that were the negative energy being sent towards me. Like, it's just an evil time. And then my brother gets hit by a car, and then twice he got into an accident. I don't know what's going on, if I have a curse, but I'm pretty sure my family bloodline is cursed as it is, because I have a very negative, evil family. So, immediate family, whatever. But I don't know what I'm gonna do. Right when I told the guy that I'm moving out of there, this asshole comes and threatens me that I need to give him his money like a mobster or something. Like he's gonna come and kill me, or because he has a gun and all that, and he implied it before, where he has the gun in the glove compartment, and he just shows it to me, shows it off, and I'm just like, you gotta be careful on the kids with that. It's just like I don't exist to him. I'm supposed to be quiet and sit in the corner, make food if I gotta cook, all these things I gotta do, my duties that I enjoy doing as, for my kids, for us. I learned how to cook by myself because my family neglected me and didn't teach me anything, no life skills, and I think I've come a far way from that. But he's always saying that, look where you came from. Why would I respect somebody that came out of what you came from? That doesn't make sense. Okay, well, you're an evil person, but I thought I got away from bullies in high school, but no, this guy is a bully for life. And I thought maybe, some bad things about him he would grow out of while we were together, because I started dating him when I was in high school, but that didn't happen. He didn't ever change. He always stayed this way. It's like he's the bully in the school, and that's it, forever. He's always going to bully and berate me and try to step all over me, and stomp all over me, take anything I work for, minimize anything going on, and it's just like, really, you have to drive like this? You know that it's 40 miles an hour, right? These people in the trucks are really disgusting. They want to speed down the highway and the roadways and not care who is, they don't care if they get tickets, I guess, because they're privileged, and they'll just get themselves out of the ticket. There's way too many of these people amongst us. He's all the way, this guy goes all the way, he goes around me in an angrily way, because he wants to speed. and then he just keeps going, like 60 miles an hour down the 45-mile-an-hour road. And this is how, you know, these roads are not safe. There's too many crazy drivers, evil people driving, thinking that they could do whatever they want. And my husband is one of those types. So, you know,